And here's after lubing the freewheel. So much more quiet. Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're gonna be taking a look at DT Swiss hubs. I'm gonna show you how to make them either louder or quieter depending on what you wanna do. The general idea is that if you pack more grease into your hubs, into the ratchet system, they'll be quieter, and if you put just a light coat of grease on your hubs, they'll be much louder. And you can also upgrade your DT Swiss hubs by upgrading the ratchet in your hub. So what that'll do is give you faster engagement. So we'll take a look at that as well. So to take off your cassette, you'll need one of these chain tools. And what you do is you kind of just wrap it around part of the cassette. You can put some leverage on the handle. It won't spin. This is the tool you can use to remove your cassette. Depending on what cassette you have, there are different tools for different cassettes. So you toss this guy in here. Oh yeah, that worked. Stoked. I haven't done that in a while. So now that it's loose, hopefully I can finish the rest off by hand. Yeah, it's loose enough to get out of there. And this will give us access to the hub. So there we go. Oh, whoa. Now we're at the hub. And this is your freewheel here that spins and makes all that noise. And I'll show you what's inside of this one. This is a DT Swiss version of a hub. Okay, so when you get to your hub, it can be very difficult to pull the top part of the hub off. On some videos, it shows people just grabbing it by hand and pulling on it to get it off. A trick I use is to just put your cassette back on, just a little bit, and then use your cassette tool. You have this on here, you'll put it on and just tighten it like 3 or 4 turns and you'll have something to pull on. And that'll allow you to pull off the cap of your hub. So those threads right here are where your cassette screws onto. So if you screw your cassette on a little bit, you'll be able to use the leverage from the cassette to pull this part of the hub off. So you can see there, this is just the one side of the hub that goes on top here. So these are the guys that we're gonna grease, and this is essentially the hub right here. It has these teeth on the inside, and when you rotate your hub, that clicking noise that it makes, it's just these guys. It's these guys with the teeth kind of slipping over each other. And that's what makes your hub noise. So they're free to spin one way, but then when you pedal, they grab and they spin the other way. That's how DT Swiss hubs work, at least. So if we put some more grease on these, it'll quiet them down a bit. So we're gonna grease these, clean them up, put them back in there, and we'll be a little quieter on the trail. DT Swiss also has their own grease. This is the DT Swiss special grease. Just heads up, this is what I'm using to grease my hubs. So if you have DT Swiss hubs, you can actually upgrade these. These are the ones that originally came on the bike. And you can see that the one on the left actually has more teeth on the top. So you'll get faster engagement from your cranks with these guys. So if you guys are interested in doing that, you can totally do it if you have DT Swiss hubs, just a heads up. So what you've got here on this side of the hub is a spring and some teeth. So the spring goes in here. So then you put one of these on the top there. And then this other side goes on the other side of the hub. I'll show you that. So there's also a spring here. And that's how it works. So I'm just gonna clean everything out and put it all back together. All right, so we got the hub back together. You just kind of put this part of the hub on and just kind of pound it a couple times with your palm and it'll kind of sit back down there. It's much quieter now, but I put a lot of grease in there. So if you want your hub to be loud, just don't put as much grease in there. So putting this last top cap on here. Really happy. You know, everything's lubed up, everything's super clean. So I don't think you necessarily need to clean your hubs very often. I just wanted to re-grease mine to kind of quiet them down a bit. All right, so we got the hub put back together here, and we're gonna put the cassette back on, put the tire on, put some fluid in the tire, and we'll be ready to rock. So hopefully that was helpful. If you guys would like to see more, please subscribe, like, all that stuff, and we'll see you guys soon. Later.